Picture this, a time when warriors roamed the earth, wielding weapons and wearing armor that still baffle experts today. A time when mysterious relics were crafted with skill and purpose, only to be buried, lost, or forgotten for centuries. What secrets do these ancient artifacts hold? Who were the people who created them? And why did they leave behind such enigmatic clues to their lives? The Iron Age was a period of incredible innovation, fierce battles, and deep mysteries, and today we're diving into 25 of its most puzzling relics. From swords that defy explanation to ceremonial objects that hint at forgotten rituals, these artifacts have left historians and archaeologists scratching their heads for decades. But what if we could uncover their stories? What if we could step back in time and unravel the secrets of the Iron Age warriors who shaped history? Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll not only discover these incredible relics but also glimpse the world of the people who made them, a world filled with power, mystery, and unanswered questions. Let's begin this journey into the past, where every artifact tells a story, and every story holds a secret waiting to be revealed. Now, let's turn our attention to the first relic on our journey, the Enigmatic Sword of Hallstatt. Discovered in the heart of Austria, this ancient weapon is a masterpiece of Iron Age craftsmanship. The sword, dating back over 2,500 years, was found in the Hallstatt salt mines, a site that has yielded countless treasures from this mysterious era. What makes this sword so extraordinary is its intricate design. The blade is not just a tool of war but a work of art, adorned with patterns and symbols that hint at a deeper meaning. The hilt, carefully crafted with precision, suggests it was made for someone of great importance, perhaps a warrior leader or a figure of high status. But here's where the mystery deepens. While many swords from this period were purely functional, the Hallstatt sword seems to blur the line between weapon and ceremonial object. Was it used in battle, or was it a symbol of power meant to be displayed rather than wielded? Historians and archaeologists have debated this for years, but the truth remains elusive. The civilization that created this sword, the Hallstatt culture, was known for its advanced metalworking skills and its role in shaping early European societies. Yet, despite their achievements, much about their beliefs and practices is still unknown. Why did they craft such a stunning weapon? What rituals or traditions surrounded its use? And why was it left behind, buried in the depths of a salt mine? The Enigmatic Sword of Hallstatt continues to challenge our understanding of the Iron Age, offering a tantalizing glimpse into a world where art, power, and mystery were intertwined. As we move forward, this relic reminds us that every artifact has a story, and sometimes the most fascinating stories are the ones we're still trying to unravel. Now let's journey from the salt mines of Austria to the banks of the River Thames in England, where another remarkable relic awaits, the Battersea Shield. Discovered in the mid-19th century, this ornate shield is one of the most stunning examples of Iron Age artistry ever found. Unlike the Enigmatic Sword of Hallstatt, the Battersea Shield was not a weapon designed for combat. Instead, its delicate craftsmanship and intricate design suggest it served a very different purpose. Made entirely of bronze, the shield is adorned with swirling patterns, raised decorations, and a central boss that catches the eye. But here's the twist: this shield is so thin and fragile that it would have been useless in battle. So, what was its purpose? Some experts believe it was a ceremonial object, perhaps used in rituals or as a symbol of status. Others argue it might have been a votive offering, deliberately placed in the river as part of a spiritual practice. The Thames, after all, was a sacred site for many ancient cultures, and depositing valuable items in its waters was a common ritual. The shield's design also raises intriguing questions about Iron Age culture. The swirling patterns and motifs are reminiscent of Celtic art, hinting at a shared artistic tradition across Europe. But who owned this shield? Was it a chieftain, a priest, or perhaps a warrior who used it in symbolic ceremonies? And why was it left in the river where it lay hidden for centuries? The Battersea Shield challenges our assumptions about the Iron Age, reminding us that not all artifacts were meant for practical use. Some were created to inspire, to honor the gods, or to mark the power and prestige of their owners. As we continue our exploration, this relic invites us to consider the deeper meanings behind the objects left behind by ancient civilizations, meanings that continue to spark debate and fascination today. Now, let's turn our attention to a discovery that shines as brightly as the sun, the Snettisham Torc. Unearthed in a field in Norfolk, England, this exquisite gold torc is a masterpiece of Iron Age craftsmanship. Made from twisted strands of pure gold, the torc is both a symbol of wealth and a testament to the skill of its creators. Its intricate design, featuring carefully crafted terminals and a seamless twist, showcases the advanced metalworking techniques of the time. But what makes this torc truly fascinating is not just its beauty, but the mystery surrounding its purpose and the person who once wore it. Torcs like this one were often worn around the neck, serving as a powerful symbol of status and authority. Some experts believe the Snettisham Torc belonged to a high-ranking chieftain or a wealthy noble, someone who commanded respect and admiration. Others suggest it might have been a ceremonial object, used in rituals to honor the gods or mark significant events. The torc's sheer size and weight, over 1 kilogram of gold, make it clear that this was no ordinary piece of jewelry. It was a statement, a declaration of power and prestige. Yet the question remains, why was such a valuable item buried in a field? One theory is that it was hidden for safekeeping during a time of conflict or upheaval. Another possibility is that it was a votive offering, deliberately placed in the earth as part of a spiritual practice. The Iron Age people often buried precious objects as gifts to the gods or as part of burial rituals, and the Snettisham Torc may have been one such offering. The craftsmanship of the torc also hints at a broader cultural connection. Its design shares similarities with other torcs found across Europe, suggesting a shared artistic tradition among Iron Age communities. But who was the individual who owned this torc? Was it a warrior, a leader, or perhaps a priest? And what led them to part with such a treasure? The Snettisham Torc invites us to imagine the lives of those who lived in a world where gold was more than just a metal. It was a symbol of identity, power, and belief. As we move forward, this relic reminds us that the Iron Age was a time of both beauty and mystery, where even the most stunning artifacts were often shrouded in secrets. The Snettisham Torc is not just a piece of history, it's a window into the values and aspirations of a civilization long gone, yet still speaking to us through the treasures they left behind. Now, let's step into the shadowy world of ritual and sacrifice with the haunting discovery of the Lindow man's armlet. Found on the remarkably preserved body of Lindow man in a peat bog in Cheshire, England, this bronze armlet offers a chilling glimpse into the spiritual practices of the Iron Age. The armlet, though simple in design, carries a weight of mystery and intrigue, as it was discovered on a man whose death was far from ordinary. Lindow man, often referred to as the bog body, met a violent end. Evidence suggests he was struck on the head, strangled, and his throat cut, a sequence of events that points to a ritualistic killing rather than a random act of violence. The bronze armlet he wore adds another layer to this grim puzzle. Was it a symbol of his status, a mark of his role in society, or perhaps an offering to the gods? The armlet's presence on his body raises questions about its significance in the rituals of the time. Some scholars believe the armlet may have been a token of protection or a symbol of allegiance to a particular deity. Others argue it could have been part of a ceremonial outfit worn during rituals that demanded the ultimate sacrifice. The Iron Age was a time when the line between the physical and spiritual worlds was thin, and offerings, whether objects or lives, were seen as a way to appease the gods or ensure prosperity. The Lindow man's armlet in this context becomes more than just a piece of jewelry. It's a key to understanding the beliefs and fears of a society deeply connected to the unseen forces of their world. Yet the mystery deepens when we consider why Lindow man was chosen for such a fate. Was he a criminal, a prisoner of war, or perhaps a willing participant in a sacred act? The armlet offers no clear answers, but its presence suggests that whoever he was, his role in this ritual was significant. The bog itself, often seen as a liminal space between life and death, adds to the enigma. Why was he placed there, and what did the armlet signify in this final act? The Lindow man's armlet invites us to confront the darker aspects of Iron Age society, where life and death were intertwined with the divine. It challenges us to consider the beliefs that drove people to such extremes and the objects that held meaning in their rituals. As we move forward, this relic reminds us that the Iron Age was not just a time of warriors and treasures, but also of profound spiritual practices that continue to captivate and unsettle us today. Now, let's turn our attention to a relic that stands as a masterpiece of Iron Age artistry, the Gundestrup Cauldron. Discovered in a peat bog in Denmark, this stunning silver cauldron is unlike anything else from its time. Its intricate panels, adorned with detailed depictions of gods, warriors, and mythical creatures, offer a window into the spiritual and cultural world of the Iron Age. But what makes this cauldron so extraordinary, and why does it continue to baffle historians and archaeologists to this day? The Gundestrup Cauldron is a work of unparalleled craftsmanship. Made of silver and decorated with elaborate repoussé designs, it features scenes that seem to tell stories of divine power and human sacrifice. One panel shows a horned figure, often interpreted as a deity, seated cross-legged and surrounded by animals. Another depicts warriors armed with spears and shields, possibly representing a heroic or mythological battle. The imagery is rich with symbolism, but its exact meaning remains elusive. Was this cauldron used in religious ceremonies, or was it a prized possession of a powerful chieftain? The origins of the Gundestrup Cauldron are just as mysterious as its purpose. While it was found in Denmark, its style and craftsmanship suggest it may have been created far from where it was discovered. Some experts believe it was made by Celtic artisans, possibly in the region of modern-day France or Romania, and later transported to Denmark through trade or as a gift. Others argue that its unique blend of artistic influences points to a more complex story of cultural exchange across Iron Age Europe. What's clear is that the Gundestrup Cauldron was no ordinary object. Its size and the quality of its silverwork suggest it was a highly valued item, likely used in significant rituals or as a symbol of power. The scenes depicted on its panels may have served as a visual narrative, conveying myths or religious beliefs to those who gathered around it. Yet the cauldron's exact role in Iron Age society remains a subject of debate. Was it a vessel for offerings, a centerpiece of feasts, or perhaps a sacred object used in ceremonies to honor the gods? The Gundestrup Cauldron is more than just a relic. It's a testament to the artistic and spiritual sophistication of the Iron Age. Its intricate designs and mysterious origins remind us that this was a time of vibrant cultural exchange and deep religious significance. As we continue our journey through the unexplained relics of the Iron Age, the Gundestrup Cauldron stands as a powerful reminder of the creativity and complexity of the people who lived in this fascinating era. Next, we'll explore another enigmatic artifact, the Broiter Hoard, a collection of gold treasures that raises its own set of questions about the beliefs and practices of Iron Age societies. Now, let's set sail to the shores of Ireland, where we uncover the Broiter Hoard, a dazzling collection of gold artifacts that has captivated historians and treasure hunters alike. Discovered in the late 19th century near the village of Broiter, this hoard includes a stunning model boat, intricately crafted torcs, and other golden treasures. But what makes this discovery so remarkable, and what secrets does it hold about the beliefs and rituals of Iron Age societies? The centerpiece of the Breuter hoard is undoubtedly the miniature gold boat, a masterpiece of ancient craftsmanship. Measuring just over 7 inches in length, this delicate model is complete with oars, benches, and even a mast, suggesting it was designed with incredible attention to detail. But why would such a small, ornate object be created? Some experts believe it may have been a votive offering, a gift to the gods to ensure safe passage across the seas. Others suggest it could have been a symbol of maritime power, representing the importance of seafaring in Iron Age Ireland. Alongside the boat, the hoard includes several gold torcs or neck rings, which were likely worn as symbols of status or wealth. These torcs are intricately designed with twisted strands of gold that showcase the skill of their creators, but their presence in the hoard raises intriguing questions. Were they buried as part of a ritual, perhaps to honor a deity associated with the sea or the land? Or were they hidden away for safekeeping, only to be forgotten over time? The Breuter hoard's connection to maritime rituals is particularly fascinating. The model boat, in particular, hints at a society deeply tied to the sea, where water was not just a means of travel but also a source of spiritual significance. Some theories propose that the hoard was buried as part of a ceremony to appease a sea god, ensuring bountiful fishing or safe voyages. Others speculate that it may have been linked to the worship of Manannán mac Lir, a figure from Irish mythology associated with the ocean. Yet, the mystery of why these treasures were buried remains unsolved. Were they hidden during a time of conflict, intended to be retrieved later? Or were they deliberately placed in the ground as part of a ritual never meant to be recovered? The Breuter hoard offers no easy answers, but its beauty and craftsmanship continue to inspire awe and curiosity. As we reflect on the Breuter hoard, we're reminded of the rich cultural and spiritual lives of Iron Age communities. These golden artifacts are more than just objects. They are windows into a world where the sea, the land, and the divine were deeply intertwined. Next, we'll turn our attention to another enigmatic relic, the Desporough Mirror, a bronze artifact that raises its own set of questions about the artistry and beliefs of the Iron Age. Now, let's shift our gaze to another remarkable artifact from the Iron Age, the Desporough Mirror. Unearthed in Northamptonshire, England, this ornate bronze mirror is a testament to the artistic sophistication of its creators. Unlike the functional mirrors we use today, this object is far more than a simple reflective surface. Its intricate engravings and polished bronze surface suggest it held a deeper significance, possibly tied to rituals, status, or even the spiritual beliefs of the time. The Desporough Mirror is a striking example of Iron Age craftsmanship. Its back is adorned with elaborate swirling patterns and geometric designs meticulously engraved into the bronze. These patterns are not random. They follow a deliberate, almost hypnotic symmetry, hinting at a level of artistry that goes beyond mere decoration. But what do these designs mean? Some scholars believe they could represent natural elements such as water or wind, symbolizing the connection between the mirror's owner and the forces of nature. Others suggest they might have had a protective or symbolic purpose, perhaps warding off evil spirits or signifying the owner's elevated status. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Desporough Mirror is its possible use in rituals. Mirrors in the Iron Age were not everyday objects. They were rare and valuable, often associated with the elite. Some theories propose that mirrors like this one were used in ceremonies, perhaps to reflect light in sacred spaces or to serve as a tool for divination. Could the mirror have been used to communicate with the divine or to reveal hidden truths? The polished surface, capable of capturing light and shadow, might have been seen as a gateway to another realm, adding to its mystical allure. Another possibility is that the Desporough Mirror was a symbol of power and prestige. In a society where wealth and status were often displayed through personal adornments, owning such a finely crafted object would have been a clear indicator of one's importance. The mirror's intricate design and high-quality materials suggest it was made for someone of great influence, perhaps a chieftain or a spiritual leader. But why was it buried? Was it a grave offering meant to accompany its owner into the afterlife, or was it hidden away for safekeeping only to be lost to time? The society that produced the Gundestrup mirror remains shrouded in mystery. While we can admire its beauty and speculate about its purpose, the true meaning behind its creation and use may never be fully understood. What we do know is that this mirror offers a glimpse into a world where art, spirituality, and power were deeply intertwined. Its intricate engravings and polished surface tell a story of a people who valued both beauty and meaning, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate us today. As we ponder the mysteries of the Gundestrup mirror, we're reminded of the complexity and richness of Iron Age culture. This artifact is not just a mirror, it's a reflection of the beliefs, values, and artistry of a bygone era. Next, we'll explore another enigmatic relic, the Wandsworth Shield Boss, a bronze artifact that raises its own set of questions about Iron Age warfare and ritual. Now, let's turn our attention to another fascinating artifact from the Iron Age, the Wandsworth Shield Boss. Discovered in the River Thames near Wandsworth, this bronze shield boss is a striking piece that has puzzled historians and archaeologists for decades. Unlike the Gundestrup mirror, which hints at artistry and spirituality, the Wandsworth Shield Boss seems to straddle the line between warfare and ritual, raising questions about its true purpose in Iron Age society. The shield boss itself is a domed piece of bronze designed to sit at the center of a shield. Its size and craftsmanship suggest it was more than just a functional piece of armor. The intricate patterns etched into its surface, spirals, curves, and geometric designs echo the artistic styles seen in other Iron Age artifacts, but their meaning remains elusive. Was this shield boss purely decorative, or did its designs hold a deeper symbolic significance? Some experts believe the patterns could represent celestial bodies or natural forces, tying the shield to the spiritual beliefs of its creators. One of the most debated aspects of the Wandsworth Shield Boss is its potential use in ceremonies. While shield bosses were typically associated with warfare, the ornate nature of this piece suggests it might have had a ceremonial role. Could it have been used in rituals, perhaps as a symbol of protection or power? The fact that it was found in a river adds another layer of mystery. Rivers were often seen as sacred spaces in the Iron Age, places where offerings were made to the gods. Was the shield boss deliberately deposited in the Thames as part of a ritual, or was it lost during a battle? On the other hand, the shield boss might have been a practical object used in combat by a high-ranking warrior. Its sturdy construction and central placement on a shield would have provided both protection and a focal point for intimidation. The intricate designs could have served to inspire fear in enemies or to signify the status of the warrior who carried it. But if it was a weapon of war, why was it so elaborately decorated? This duality between function and artistry makes the Wandsworth Shield Boss a compelling enigma. Theories about its origins and use continue to evolve. Some suggest it could have been a gift or tribute, exchanged between tribes as a symbol of alliance or respect. Others propose it might have been part of a ceremonial display, used in processions or public events to showcase the power and prestige of its owner. The truth is, we may never know for certain. What we do know is that the Wandsworth Shield Boss offers a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of Iron Age life, where the lines between warfare, art, and spirituality were often blurred. As we reflect on this mysterious artifact, we're reminded of the ingenuity and creativity of the Iron Age people. The Wandsworth Shield Boss is more than just a piece of bronze. It's a testament to a culture that valued both practicality and beauty, leaving behind objects that continue to intrigue and inspire us. Next, we'll explore the Torc stone, an intricately carved relic that raises its own set of questions about Iron Age symbolism and ritual. Moving from the enigmatic Wandsworth Shield Boss, we now journey to the rolling hills of Ireland, where another Iron Age mystery awaits the Tyrrell stone. This intricately carved stone, standing just over a meter tall, is one of the most striking examples of Iron Age artistry in Europe. Its surface is covered in swirling, geometric patterns that seem to dance across the stone, creating a mesmerizing visual effect. But what was the purpose of this remarkable object? Was it a boundary marker, a ritual object, or something else entirely? The Tyrrell stone is carved from granite, and its designs are a hallmark of the Latin style, a distinctive artistic tradition of the Iron Age. The pattern's spirals, curves, and interlocking shapes are not just decorative, they may have held deep symbolic meaning for the people who created them. Some scholars suggest these carvings could represent natural elements like water, wind, or even the cycles of life and death. Others believe they might have been connected to spiritual or cosmological beliefs, serving as a visual language to communicate ideas about the universe and humanity's place within it. One of the most intriguing theories about the Tyrrell stone is that it served as a boundary marker. In the Iron Age, land ownership and territorial boundaries were of great importance, and stones like this could have been used to demarcate sacred or significant spaces. The stone's prominent location, on a hilltop with sweeping views of the surrounding landscape, supports this idea. It would have been a visible and imposing symbol, perhaps warning travelers or rival tribes to respect the territory it marked. However, the Tyrrell stone's elaborate carvings suggest it might have had a more ceremonial role. Could it have been a focal point for rituals or gatherings? Some researchers propose that the stone was used in ceremonies related to fertility, harvests, or even ancestor worship. The swirling patterns might have been intended to evoke a sense of movement or energy, drawing participants into a shared spiritual experience. The stone's placement in the landscape near water sources and fertile land adds weight to this theory, as such locations were often associated with rituals and offerings. Another possibility is that the Tyrrell stone was a symbol of power or prestige. The effort required to carve such intricate designs into granite would have been immense, suggesting that the stone was created by or for someone of high status. It might have been a way to assert dominance over the surrounding area or to commemorate a significant event or individual. Yet, despite these theories, the true purpose of the Tyrrell stone remains shrouded in mystery. What makes the Tyrrell stone particularly fascinating is its uniqueness. While other carved stones from the Iron Age have been found, none quite match the complexity and artistry of this one. Its designs are a testament to the skill and creativity of its creators, offering a glimpse into a world where art and spirituality were deeply intertwined. The stone's enduring presence in the Irish landscape also speaks to its importance, standing as a silent witness to the lives and beliefs of the people who once inhabited this region. As we ponder the Tyrrell stone, we're reminded of the many layers of meaning that Iron Age artifacts can hold. Whether it was a boundary marker, a ritual object, or a symbol of power, the stone invites us to explore the rich tapestry of Iron Age culture. Next, we'll turn our attention to the Kirkburn sword, a weapon that combines both beauty and brutality, raising questions about the warriors who wielded it and the society they lived in. Now, let's shift our focus to a weapon that embodies both artistry and lethality, the Kirkburn sword. Discovered in a burial mound in East Yorkshire, England, this Iron Age sword is a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Its blade, though designed for combat, is adorned with intricate decorations that blur the line between weapon and ceremonial object. But who wielded this sword, and what does its design reveal about the warrior culture of the time? The Kirkburn sword is a stunning example of Iron Age metalwork. Its blade, made of iron, is sharp and functional, but what truly sets it apart is its hilt. The handle is a complex assembly of bronze, enamel, and coral, creating a striking contrast of colors and textures. The coral inlays, in particular, are a rare and luxurious touch, suggesting that this sword was no ordinary weapon. The craftsmanship required to create such a piece would have been immense, pointing to the skill and resources of its makers. One of the most debated aspects of the Kirkburn sword is its purpose. Was it a weapon meant for battle, or was it a ceremonial object, perhaps used in rituals or as a symbol of status? The sword's sharp blade suggests it could have been used in combat, but its elaborate decoration raises questions. In the Iron Age, weapons were often more than just tools of war. They were symbols of power, identity, and even spiritual significance. The Kirkburn sword's design might have been intended to intimidate enemies, honor the gods, or assert the authority of its owner. The burial context of the sword adds another layer of mystery. It was found alongside the remains of a warrior, buried with care and respect. This suggests that the sword held great importance, not just as a weapon but as a personal possession tied to the warrior's identity. The inclusion of coral, a material that had to be imported from the Mediterranean, hints at the warrior's high status or connections to distant trade networks. Who was this individual and what role did they play in their community? The craftsmanship of the Kirkburn sword also raises questions about the society that produced it. The intricate designs and use of exotic materials suggest a culture that valued artistry and symbolism as much as practicality. The sword's creators were not just skilled metalworkers, they were artists who understood how to blend form and function. This level of sophistication challenges our assumptions about Iron Age societies, revealing a world where beauty and brutality coexisted. Despite its beauty, the Kirkburn sword remains shrouded in mystery. Why was it buried with its owner? Was it a gift to the gods, a mark of honor, or a way to ensure the warrior's legacy? And what does its design tell us about the beliefs and values of the people who made it? These questions remind us that Iron Age artifacts are more than just objects, they are windows into the lives, thoughts, and aspirations of the people who created them. As we reflect on the Kirkburn sword, we're reminded of the duality of Iron Age culture where weapons could be both tools of war and works of art. Next, we'll explore the Witham Shield, another artifact that blurs the line between function and symbolism, offering further insights into the world of Iron Age warriors. Turning our attention now to another remarkable artifact, we encounter the Witham Shield, a stunning piece of Iron Age craftsmanship that continues to spark debate among historians and archaeologists. Discovered in the River Witham in Lincolnshire, England, this large ceremonial shield is a testament to the artistry and symbolism of the era. Its intricate designs and sheer size make it a standout relic, but its purpose remains a subject of intrigue. Was it a practical tool for warfare, or was it a symbol of power and prestige? The Witham Shield is made of bronze, with a central boss surrounded by swirling, organic patterns that seem to flow like water. These designs are not just decorative, they carry deep symbolic meaning, possibly representing natural forces or spiritual beliefs. The shield's surface is also adorned with small, carefully placed studs, adding both texture and visual impact. The craftsmanship is so precise that it suggests the shield was created by skilled artisans who understood how to blend beauty with functionality. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Witham Shield is its size. Measuring over 3 feet in diameter, it would have been an imposing object whether held in battle or displayed in a ceremonial setting. But its weight and delicate decoration raise questions about its practical use. Could such a shield have been wielded effectively in combat, or was it too heavy and ornate for the battlefield? Some experts argue that it may have been used in rituals or as a status symbol, perhaps carried by a leader to signify their authority. The discovery of the shield in a river adds another layer of mystery. Rivers were often seen as sacred spaces in the Iron Age, places where offerings to the gods were made. Was the Witham Shield deliberately deposited in the water as part of a ritual, or was it lost during a battle or journey? The fact that it was found in such good condition suggests it was carefully placed rather than discarded. This raises questions about the beliefs and practices of the people who created it. The Witham Shield also offers insights into the social and cultural dynamics of the Iron Age. The resources and skill required to produce such an object indicate a society that valued artistry and symbolism. The shield's design, with its flowing patterns and intricate details, reflects a deep connection to the natural world and possibly to spiritual beliefs. It challenges us to rethink our assumptions about Iron Age societies, revealing a culture that was both sophisticated and deeply symbolic. As we examine the Witham Shield, we're left with more questions than answers. What role did it play in the lives of the people who made it? Was it a tool of war, a ceremonial object, or both? And what does its discovery in a river tell us about the beliefs and rituals of the time? These questions remind us that Iron Age artifacts are not just objects, they are windows into a world that was as complex and multifaceted as our own. With the Witham's Shield, we see once again how the Iron Age blurred the lines between function and symbolism, creating objects that were both practical and profoundly meaningful. Next, we'll explore the Tara brooch, a dazzling piece of jewelry that offers further insights into the artistry and culture of the Iron Age. Moving forward in our exploration of Iron Age mysteries, we now turn our attention to the Tara brooch, a breathtaking piece of jewelry that stands as a testament to the artistry and sophistication of its creators. Discovered in the mid-19th century near the River Boyne in Ireland, this ornate brooch is more than just an accessory, it's a window into the social and cultural fabric of the Iron Age. The Tara brooch is a masterpiece of metalwork crafted from silver and adorned with intricate designs that showcase the skill of its makers. Its surface is covered in delicate patterns, including spirals, interlacing knots, and animal motifs, all meticulously engraved to create a sense of movement and life. The brooch also features colorful enamel and amber inlays, adding a vibrant touch to its already stunning appearance. This level of detail suggests that it was not just a functional item, but a symbol of immense prestige and wealth. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Tara brooch is its size and design. Unlike simpler brooches used for fastening clothing, the Tara brooch is large and elaborate, making it impractical for everyday use. This has led experts to believe that it may have been worn by someone of high status, perhaps a chieftain or a noble, as a display of their power and influence. The brooch's craftsmanship would have been a clear indicator of the wearer's importance, as only the most skilled artisans could have produced such a piece. But how did such a valuable and finely crafted item end up buried, hidden away from the world? The discovery of the Tara brooch in a field raises questions about its final journey. Was it lost, or was it deliberately buried as part of a ritual or to protect it from invaders? Some theories suggest that it may have been an offering to the gods, placed in the earth as a gesture of gratitude or supplication. Others propose that it was hidden during a time of conflict, only to be forgotten over the centuries. The Tara brooch also offers insights into the trade and cultural connections of the Iron Age. The materials used in its creation, such as silver and amber, were not locally sourced, indicating that the people who made it had access to extensive trade networks. This suggests a society that was not only skilled in craftsmanship, but also connected to a wider world, exchanging goods and ideas across great distances. As we examine the Tara brooch, we're reminded of the complexity of Iron Age societies. This small but intricate object tells a story of artistry, status, and mystery, challenging us to piece together the lives of the people who created and used it. Why was it buried? Who wore it? And what did it mean to them? These questions linger, inviting us to imagine the world in which the Tara brooch played a role. With its stunning design and enigmatic history, the Tara brooch stands as a symbol of the Iron Age's blend of beauty and mystery. Next, we'll delve into the Glorberg warrior statue, a striking representation of Iron Age power and identity that continues to captivate historians and archaeologists alike. Now, shifting our focus to another remarkable relic, we come to the Glorberg warrior statue, a striking stone figure that offers a glimpse into the Iron Age's complex social and spiritual world. Discovered in Germany, this statue stands as a powerful representation of a warrior, carved with meticulous detail that captures both strength and mystery. Its imposing presence and intricate design have led experts to believe it may depict a chieftain, a revered warrior, or even a deity worshipped by the people of the time. The Glauberg warrior statue is notable for its lifelike features and the care taken in its creation. The figure is adorned with a helmet, a shield, and a sword, all symbols of power and authority. The craftsmanship suggests that this was no ordinary statue, but a significant piece meant to convey the status and identity of the individual it represents. The attention to detail, from the folds of the clothing to the expression on the face, speaks to the skill of the artisans and the importance of the figure they were depicting. One of the most fascinating aspects of the statue is its possible connection to the elite of Iron Age society. The Glauberg site where the statue was found also includes a burial mound and other artifacts, suggesting that this location held great ceremonial or ritual significance. Some researchers believe the statue may have been part of a larger complex dedicated to honoring a powerful leader or a divine figure. The presence of the burial mound raises questions about whether the statue was meant to commemorate a specific individual or to serve as a guardian for the sacred site. The purpose of the Glauberg warrior statue remains a subject of debate. Was it a memorial to a fallen hero, a representation of a god, or a symbol of the community's strength and unity? The statue's placement and the artifacts found nearby hint at a society deeply connected to its leaders and its spiritual beliefs. The combination of military imagery and ceremonial elements suggests that the warrior figure held a dual role, embodying both earthly power and divine protection. Another intriguing aspect of the statue is what it reveals about the society that created it. The level of artistry and the resources invested in its creation indicate a community with skilled craftsmen and a strong cultural identity. The Glauberg warrior statue also reflects the importance of warfare and leadership in Iron Age life, as well as the blending of the physical and spiritual worlds. As we study this enigmatic figure, we're left with more questions than answers. Who was the warrior it represents, and what role did they play in their society? Why was such a detailed and imposing statue created, and what message was it meant to convey? These mysteries invite us to explore the beliefs and values of the people who crafted this remarkable piece, offering a tantalizing glimpse into their world. The Glauberg warrior statue stands as a testament to the Iron Age's rich cultural and spiritual life, reminding us of the enduring power of art to capture the essence of a society. Next, we'll uncover the secrets of the Hochdorf chieftain's burial, a lavish grave that reveals even more about the lives and beliefs of Iron Age elites. Turning our attention to another extraordinary discovery, we now explore the Hochdorf chieftain's burial, a lavish grave that offers a rare window into the lives of Iron Age elites. Unearthed in Germany, this burial site is a treasure trove of artifacts that speak volumes about the status, wealth, and beliefs of the individual laid to rest here. Among the most striking finds are a gold torc, a ceremonial couch, and a wealth of other items that suggest this was no ordinary burial but a grand farewell for a figure of immense importance. The gold torc, a symbol of power and prestige, is one of the most remarkable pieces discovered in the burial. Crafted with exquisite detail, this neck ring reflects not only the wealth of the chieftain, but also the skill of the artisans who created it. The torc's intricate design and the use of precious materials highlight the high status of the individual it adorned, suggesting that this chieftain was a leader of great influence and authority. Equally fascinating is the ceremonial couch found within the burial chamber. Made of bronze and adorned with intricate decorations, this couch was likely used during the chieftain's lifetime for important gatherings or rituals. Its presence in the grave raises intriguing questions about the beliefs surrounding death and the afterlife in Iron Age society. Was the couch meant to accompany the chieftain into the next world, or was it a symbol of his earthly power and legacy? The burial also contained a variety of other items, including weapons, drinking vessels, and personal ornaments, all of which provide clues about the chieftain's life and the rituals surrounding his death. The inclusion of these objects suggests a belief in an afterlife where the chieftain would continue to wield power and enjoy the comforts of his earthly existence. The careful arrangement of the artifacts and the construction of the burial mound itself indicate that this was a highly ceremonial event, designed to honor the chieftain and ensure his place among the elite in the next world. One of the most enduring mysteries of the Hallstatt chieftain's burial is the identity of the individual laid to rest here. While the artifacts suggest he was a figure of great importance, his exact role and the nature of his leadership remain unclear. Was he a warrior, a spiritual leader, or a combination of both? The burial's richness and the care taken in its construction hint at a society that revered its leaders and invested heavily in their commemoration. The rituals surrounding the chieftain's death also raise questions about the beliefs and practices of Iron Age communities. The elaborate nature of the burial suggests that death was seen as a transition rather than an end, with the chieftain's journey to the afterlife carefully orchestrated through the objects and symbols placed in his grave. This blending of the physical and spiritual worlds offers a fascinating glimpse into the mindset of the people who created this remarkable burial. As we examine the Hallstatt chieftain's burial, we're reminded of the complexity and sophistication of Iron Age society. The artifacts and the rituals surrounding this burial reveal a culture deeply invested in honoring its leaders and ensuring their legacy. Yet, the mysteries that remain about the chieftain's identity, the significance of the objects, and the beliefs that guided these practices invite us to continue exploring and uncovering the secrets of this ancient world. Next, we'll delve into the Vix crater, a massive bronze vessel that offers yet another intriguing glimpse into the rituals and artistry of the Iron Age. Now, let's shift our focus to the Vix crater, a colossal bronze vessel that stands as one of the most impressive artifacts from the Iron Age. Discovered in the grave of a Celtic princess near the town of Vix in France, this massive cauldron is a testament to the artistry and cultural sophistication of the time. Standing over 5 feet tall and weighing more than 200 kilograms, the Vix crater is not only a marvel of ancient craftsmanship, but also a window into the rituals and social practices of the people who created it. The sheer size of the Vix crater is enough to leave anyone in awe. Made from a single sheet of bronze, its construction required extraordinary skill and precision. The vessel is adorned with intricate decorations, including figures of warriors and chariots, which suggest it held great symbolic importance. But what exactly was its purpose? Some scholars believe the crater was used in grand feasts, where it would have held wine or other beverages, serving as a centerpiece for communal gatherings. Others argue it may have played a role in religious or ceremonial rituals, perhaps as an offering to the gods or a symbol of power and prestige. The discovery of the Vix crater in a burial mound adds another layer of mystery to its story. Found alongside other luxurious items such as jewelry and a chariot, the crater suggests that the individual buried here was of high status. But who was she, and why was such a magnificent object placed in her grave? The presence of the crater raises questions about the connections between the Celtic tribes of the region and the wider Mediterranean world. Its design and craftsmanship bear striking similarities to Greek and Etruscan artifacts, hinting at possible trade networks or cultural exchanges that spanned vast distances. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Vix crater is the unanswered questions surrounding its origins. How did such a massive and intricate object come to be in the hands of a Celtic princess? Was it a gift, a trade item, or perhaps a trophy of war? The answers remain elusive, but the crater's existence challenges our understanding of the Iron Age world. It suggests a level of interconnectedness and cultural exchange that we are only beginning to unravel. The Vix crater also invites us to consider the role of such objects in Iron Age society. Was it purely functional, or did it carry deeper symbolic meaning? The depictions of warriors and chariots on its surface hint at themes of power, warfare, and perhaps even mythology. These images may have served to reinforce the status of the individual who owned the crater, linking her to the heroic ideals of her time. As we reflect on the Vix crater, we're reminded of the complexity and richness of Iron Age culture. This extraordinary vessel not only showcases the technical prowess of its creators, but also offers a glimpse into the social and spiritual lives of the people who used it. Yet, the mysteries that surround its origins and purpose remind us that there is still much to learn about this fascinating period in history. Next, we'll explore the Latine artifacts, a collection of weapons, tools, and ornaments that provide further insight into the lives and beliefs of Iron Age communities. Now, let's turn our attention to the Latine artifacts, a remarkable collection of weapons, tools, and ornaments that offer a fascinating glimpse into the lives of Iron Age communities. Named after the site in Switzerland where they were first discovered, these artifacts are emblematic of the Latine culture, which flourished across much of Europe during the later Iron Age. Known for their intricate designs and sophisticated craftsmanship, these objects reveal a society that valued both functionality and artistry. The Latine style is instantly recognizable for its swirling, curvilinear patterns and intricate motifs. These designs often feature stylized animals, plants, and abstract shapes, creating a sense of movement and vitality. Weapons like swords and spears were not only tools of war but also canvases for artistic expression, adorned with elaborate engravings and inlays. Similarly, tools and ornaments such as brooches and torcs showcase the same attention to detail, blending practicality with beauty. But what makes the Latine artifacts particularly intriguing is the mystery surrounding their sudden disappearance. Around the 1st century BCE, the Latine culture began to decline, and its distinctive style faded from the archaeological record. Scholars have proposed various theories to explain this phenomenon. Some suggest that the spread of Roman influence and conquest disrupted the cultural practices of the Latine people. Others point to internal social changes or environmental factors that may have contributed to their decline. The artifacts themselves also raise questions about the society that produced them. Were these objects purely functional, or did they carry deeper symbolic meanings? The recurring motifs of animals and nature suggest a connection to the spiritual or mythological beliefs of the Latine people. Perhaps these designs were meant to invoke protection, power, or a connection to the natural world. Another puzzling aspect is the widespread distribution of Latine artifacts across Europe. From Britain to the Balkans, these objects have been found in diverse regions, indicating a network of trade and cultural exchange. Yet, despite this apparent interconnectedness, the Latine culture remains enigmatic. Why did such a vibrant and widespread culture vanish so abruptly? And what can these artifacts tell us about the people who created them? As we examine the Latine artifacts, we're reminded of the complexity of Iron Age societies. These objects are not just relics of the past, they are windows into a world of creativity, spirituality, and innovation. Yet, the unanswered questions surrounding their disappearance remind us that history is often as much about mystery as it is about discovery. Next, we'll delve into the Nebra sky disk, a bronze artifact that has sparked countless debates about its purpose and the civilization that created it. Now, shifting our gaze to the skies, we encounter the Nebra sky disk, one of the most captivating and enigmatic relics of the Iron Age. Discovered in Germany in the year 1999, this bronze disc is adorned with gold symbols representing the sun, the moon, and stars, making it the oldest known depiction of celestial phenomena. Its intricate design and mysterious origins have sparked endless debates among historians, archaeologists, and astronomers alike. The Nebra sky disk measures about 12 inches in diameter and is believed to date back to around 1600 BC. The gold appliques on its surface depict a crescent moon, a full moon or sun, and a cluster of stars, including the Pleiades constellation. Surrounding these celestial symbols are two golden arcs, thought to represent the horizon, and a third arc at the bottom, possibly symbolizing a solar barge, a mythological vessel associated with the sun's journey across the sky. One of the most compelling theories about the disk is that it served as an early astronomical tool. The alignment of the stars and the inclusion of the Pleiades suggest it may have been used to track the seasons, helping ancient farmers determine the optimal times for planting and harvesting. The arcs could have been used to calculate the solstices, marking the longest and shortest days of the year. This interpretation positions the Nebra sky disk as a remarkable example of early human ingenuity in understanding and navigating the natural world. However, not all scholars agree on its purpose. Some argue that the disk was a ritual object used in ceremonies to honor celestial deities or to mark significant astronomical events. The presence of gold, a material often associated with the divine, supports this theory. Additionally, the disk was found buried alongside swords, axes, and other artifacts, suggesting it may have been part of a ritual offering or a hoard of sacred objects. The creators of the Nebra sky disk remain a mystery. While it was discovered in Germany, the materials used to craft it, bronze and gold, were not locally sourced. The bronze likely came from the Alps and the gold from as far away as Cornwall in Britain. This raises questions about the extent of trade networks and cultural connections during the Bronze Age. Who were the people who created this extraordinary object? Were they astronomers, priests, or perhaps both? Another puzzling aspect is the disk's later modifications. Evidence suggests that it was altered over time, with some symbols being added or repositioned. This indicates that the disk may have been used for different purposes throughout its history, evolving alongside the beliefs and practices of its owners. The Nebra sky disk challenges our understanding of early human societies. It reveals a level of astronomical knowledge and artistic sophistication that we often associate with much later periods. Yet, it also leaves us with unanswered questions. Why was it buried? What role did it play in the spiritual or daily lives of its creators? And how did such a complex object come to be made over 3,000 years ago? As we ponder these questions, the Nebra sky disk reminds us that the ancient world was far more advanced and interconnected than we sometimes imagine. It stands as a testament to humanity's enduring fascination with the heavens and our desire to make sense of the cosmos. Next, we'll explore the Trundholm Sun Chariot, a stunning bronze model that offers another glimpse into the celestial beliefs of the Iron Age. Moving from the celestial mysteries of the Nebra sky disk, we now turn our attention to another extraordinary relic that sheds light on the spiritual beliefs of the Iron Age, the Trundholm Sun Chariot. Discovered in a peat bog in Denmark in the year 1902, this intricate bronze model of a horse-drawn chariot has captivated historians and archaeologists for over a century. Its exquisite craftsmanship and symbolic imagery offer a fascinating glimpse into the ancient world's reverence for the sun and its cycles. The Trundholm Sun Chariot consists of a gilded bronze disc representing the sun, mounted on a six-spoked wheeled chariot pulled by a single horse. The disc is adorned with intricate spiral patterns, a common motif in Iron Age art, symbolizing the eternal cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The horse, meticulously detailed with a flowing mane and tail, appears to be in motion as if carrying the sun across the sky. This dynamic representation has led many to interpret the chariot as a symbolic depiction of the sun's daily journey, rising in the east, traveling across the heavens, and setting in the west. One of the most compelling aspects of the Trundholm Sun Chariot is its possible connection to sun worship. The sun held immense significance in many ancient cultures, often seen as a life-giving force and a symbol of divine power. The chariot's design suggests that its creators viewed the sun as a celestial entity that required assistance to complete its daily journey. The horse, a powerful and revered animal in many Iron Age societies, may have been seen as a divine companion or guide tasked with pulling the sun across the sky. This interpretation aligns with mythological traditions found in later cultures, such as the Norse myth of the sun goddess Sol, who rides a chariot drawn by horses. However, the exact purpose of the Trundholm sun chariot remains a subject of debate. Some scholars argue that it was a ritual object used in ceremonies to honor the sun or to mark significant astronomical events such as solstices or equinoxes. Others suggest it may have served as a teaching tool, helping to explain the movement of celestial bodies to younger generations. The fact that it was found buried in a peat bog, a common site for ritual offerings during the Iron Age, supports the idea that it held deep spiritual significance. The society that created the Trundholm sun chariot is another mystery. While it was discovered in Denmark, the artistic style and craftsmanship suggest influences from broader European cultures. The use of bronze, a material that required advanced metallurgical skills, indicates a society with significant technological expertise. The intricate detailing of the horse and the sun disk also points to a culture that valued artistry and symbolism, weaving their beliefs into every aspect of their creations. What makes the Trundholm sun chariot particularly intriguing is its dual-sided design. The sun disk is gilded on one side, representing the bright, visible face of the sun, while the other side is left plain, possibly symbolizing the hidden or dark aspect of the celestial body. This duality may reflect the ancient belief in the balance of light and darkness, day and night, and the cyclical nature of existence. The Trundholm sun chariot challenges us to reconsider the spiritual and intellectual sophistication of Iron Age societies. It reveals a deep connection between humanity and the cosmos, as well as a desire to understand and honor the forces that govern the natural world. Yet, like so many relics from this era, it leaves us with unanswered questions. Who were the people who crafted this remarkable object? What rituals or beliefs inspired its creation, and why was it buried, hidden away for millennia? As we marvel at the Trundholm sun chariot, we are reminded of the enduring human fascination with the sun and its mysteries. This relic not only offers a window into the spiritual world of the Iron Age, but also invites us to reflect on our own relationship with the cosmos. Next, we'll explore the Relic Gold Cup, a finely crafted artifact that offers another glimpse into the artistry and rituals of the ancient world. Now, let's shift our focus to another stunning artifact that speaks to the artistry and mystery of the Iron Age, the Relic Gold Cup. Discovered in Cornwall, England in the year 1837, this exquisite gold vessel has puzzled historians and archaeologists for nearly 2 centuries. Its delicate craftsmanship and luxurious materials suggest it was no ordinary drinking cup, but rather an object of great significance, possibly tied to rituals or the display of power. The Relic Gold Cup stands out for its remarkable design. Made from a single sheet of gold, it features a smooth, rounded body with a slightly flared rim and a sturdy handle. The surface is polished to a brilliant shine, reflecting the skill of its creators. What's particularly fascinating is the cup's thin walls, which demonstrate an advanced understanding of metalworking. Crafting such a delicate object from gold would have required not only technical expertise, but also a deep appreciation for beauty and symbolism. One of the most debated aspects of the Relic Gold Cup is its purpose. Some scholars believe it was used in ceremonial contexts, perhaps as part of rituals involving offerings or libations. Gold, being a rare and precious material, was often associated with the divine or the elite, making it likely that the cup held a sacred or prestigious role. Others suggest it may have been a symbol of power, owned by a chieftain or ruler to signify their status and authority. The cup's discovery in a burial mound alongside other valuable items supports this idea, hinting at its importance to the person laid to rest there. The origins of the Rileton gold cup are equally mysterious. While it was found in Cornwall, its design bears striking similarities to gold vessels from other parts of Europe, particularly those from the Mycenaean civilization in ancient Greece. This has led some experts to speculate that the cup may have been imported or inspired by distant cultures, pointing to the existence of trade networks or cultural exchanges during the Iron Age. However, others argue that it could have been a local creation, reflecting the artistic traditions of the region. The craftsmanship of the Rileton gold cup raises questions about the society that produced it. Working with gold requires not only technical skill but also access to resources and a social structure that supports specialized artisans. The cup's existence suggests a society with a degree of wealth and organization, capable of producing such luxurious items. Yet, we know little about the people who made it or the culture they belonged to. Were they part of a larger network of communities, or did they develop their techniques independently? Adding to the intrigue is the cup's discovery in a burial mound. This context suggests it was considered valuable enough to accompany its owner into the afterlife, reinforcing the idea that it held deep symbolic meaning. But why was it buried in Cornwall, and who was the individual deemed worthy of such a lavish grave good? These questions remain unanswered, leaving us to piece together clues from the artifact itself. The Rileton gold cup is a testament to the sophistication and creativity of Iron Age societies. It challenges us to reconsider the complexity of their beliefs, their connections to distant cultures, and their ability to produce objects of enduring beauty. Yet, like so many relics from this era, it leaves us with more questions than answers. Who crafted this masterpiece? What rituals or beliefs inspired its creation? And what stories could it tell about the people who once held it in their hands? As we reflect on the Rileton gold cup, we are reminded of the enduring allure of ancient artifacts. They not only connect us to the past, but also invite us to imagine the lives and cultures that produced them. Next, we'll explore the mold cape, an ornate gold artifact that offers another glimpse into the artistry and rituals of the ancient world. Now, let's turn our attention to another breathtaking relic from the Iron Age, the mold cape. Discovered in the year 1833 in a field near Mold, Wales, this stunning gold artifact has captivated historians and archaeologists alike. Unlike any other object from its time, the mold cape is a masterpiece of ancient craftsmanship, offering a glimpse into the rituals and status symbols of Iron Age societies. The mold cape is made from a single sheet of gold, meticulously hammered into a delicate crescent-shaped form. Its surface is adorned with intricate patterns, including rows of raised ribs and decorative motifs that shimmer in the light. The cape's design suggests it was meant to be worn over the shoulders, possibly by a person of high status during ceremonies or special occasions. The level of detail and precision in its construction is astounding, showcasing the skill and artistry of its creators. One of the most intriguing aspects of the mold cape is its purpose. Scholars believe it may have been used in ceremonial contexts, perhaps as part of rituals or as a symbol of authority. Gold, being a rare and precious material, was often reserved for objects of great importance, and the cape's ornate design suggests it was not an everyday item. Some experts speculate that it could have been worn by a chieftain or a religious leader, signifying their elevated status within the community. The discovery of the mold cape in a field adds another layer of mystery to its story. Why was such a valuable object buried in the ground? Some theories suggest it may have been part of a ritual offering, perhaps to appease the gods or mark a significant event. Others propose that it could have been hidden for safekeeping, only to be forgotten over time. The exact circumstances of its burial remain unclear, leaving us to wonder about the intentions of those who left it behind. The craftsmanship of the mold cape also raises questions about the society that produced it. Creating such an intricate object would have required not only advanced metalworking skills, but also access to resources and a social structure that supported specialized artisans. The cape's existence hints at a society with a degree of wealth and organization, capable of producing luxurious items for its elite members. Yet, much like the Rillerton Gold Cup, we know little about the people who made it or the culture they belonged to. Adding to the intrigue is the cape's connection to other gold artifacts from the same period. Its design bears similarities to objects found in other parts of Europe, suggesting possible cultural exchanges or shared artistic traditions. This raises the possibility that the mold cape was part of a broader network of communities connected through trade or shared beliefs. However, without more evidence, its origins remain a subject of debate. The mold cape is a testament to the creativity and sophistication of Iron Age societies. It challenges us to reconsider the complexity of their beliefs, their connections to distant cultures, and their ability to produce objects of enduring beauty. Yet, like so many relics from this era, it leaves us with more questions than answers. Who wore this magnificent cape? What ceremonies or rituals was it part of? And what stories could it tell about the people who once adorned themselves with it? As we reflect on the mold cape, we are reminded of the enduring allure of ancient artifacts. They not only connect us to the past, but also invite us to imagine the lives and cultures that produced them. Next, we'll delve into the Iron Age chariot burials, where we'll uncover the fascinating rituals and symbols associated with these elite graves. Now, let's journey into the world of Iron Age chariot burials, where the remains of warriors and their chariots reveal a fascinating glimpse into the rituals and status of ancient elites. These burials, often reserved for the most powerful members of society, are a striking testament to the importance of warfare, prestige, and the afterlife in Iron Age cultures. Chariot burials were a hallmark of elite funerary practices, particularly in regions like Britain and continental Europe. The discovery of these graves often includes not only the remains of the deceased, but also their chariots, horses, and an array of weapons and personal belongings. These items were carefully arranged, suggesting a belief in an afterlife where the deceased would continue to wield power and status. The presence of chariots, in particular, highlights their significance as symbols of authority and military prowess. The chariots themselves were marvels of engineering, designed for both speed and maneuverability in battle. Made from wood and reinforced with iron fittings, they were lightweight yet durable, capable of carrying warriors into combat with precision. In burials, these chariots were often dismantled and placed alongside the deceased, sometimes with the wheels removed and laid flat. This deliberate arrangement suggests a ceremonial process, perhaps intended to honor the warrior's legacy or prepare them for their journey beyond death. Weapons found in these burials further emphasize the martial culture of the Iron Age. Swords, spears, and shields were common grave goods, often intricately decorated to reflect the status of their owners. Some weapons show signs of use, hinting that they were not merely ceremonial but had seen action in battle. This raises intriguing questions about the lives of these warriors. Were they celebrated for their bravery, their leadership, or their victories in combat? The rituals surrounding chariot burials remain shrouded in mystery. Why were chariots and horses buried with the dead? Some scholars believe these practices were meant to display the wealth and power of the deceased, ensuring their status was recognized even in death. Others suggest that the chariots and horses were essential for the journey to the afterlife, serving as vehicles for the soul's passage. The inclusion of weapons might have been a way to equip the deceased for battles in the next world, reflecting a belief in an eternal struggle or a continuation of their earthly roles. One of the most puzzling aspects of these burials is the variation in their practices. While some graves contain complete chariots and multiple horses, others feature only fragments or symbolic representations. This diversity suggests that different communities may have had unique interpretations of death and the afterlife, influenced by their own traditions and beliefs. Yet, despite these differences, the underlying theme of honoring the elite remains consistent, pointing to a shared cultural value placed on status and warfare. The discovery of chariot burials also sheds light on the social structure of Iron Age societies. The resources required to construct and bury a chariot, along with the accompanying grave goods, indicate a society with a clear hierarchy. Only the most powerful individuals could command such elaborate funerary rites, reinforcing their position at the top of the social order. These burials serve as a reminder of the deep connections between power, warfare, and ritual in the Iron Age. As we explore these ancient graves, we are left with more questions than answers. Who were the individuals buried with such honor? What battles did they fight, and what legacies did they leave behind? And what can these burials tell us about the beliefs and values of the societies that created them? The Iron Age chariot burials challenge us to look beyond the artifacts and imagine the lives of those who wielded power in a world shaped by conflict and ceremony. They remind us that even in death, the elite sought to assert their dominance, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate us today. Next, we'll turn our attention to the Aylesford bucket, a remarkable artifact that offers a window into the feasting and rituals of the Iron Age. Now, shifting our focus from the grandeur of chariot burials, we come to a more intimate yet equally fascinating artifact, the Aylesford bucket. This beautifully crafted bronze vessel, discovered in Kent, England, offers a glimpse into the social and ceremonial practices of the Iron Age. Unlike the weapons and chariots we've explored, the Aylesford bucket speaks to a different aspect of life, one centered around community, celebration, and perhaps even the sacred. The bucket itself is a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Made from thin sheets of bronze, it features intricate designs that include swirling patterns and geometric motifs. These decorations are not just ornamental, they may have held symbolic meaning, reflecting the beliefs or identity of the people who created and used it. The skill required to produce such an object suggests that it was highly valued, possibly reserved for special occasions or important individuals. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Aylesford bucket is its potential use in feasting. In many Iron Age societies, communal meals were more than just a way to share food. They were events that reinforced social bonds, celebrated alliances, and honored the gods. The bucket may have been used to serve food or drink during these gatherings, its presence adding a sense of ceremony and prestige to the occasion. Imagine the scene: a fire-lit hall, the clinking of cups, and the bucket at the center, its gleaming surface catching the light as it passed from hand to hand. But the bucket's purpose may not have been limited to feasting. Some scholars believe it could have played a role in rituals, perhaps as a vessel for offerings or libations. The intricate designs might have held spiritual significance, connecting the object to the divine or the afterlife. This dual possibility, feasting and ritual, raises questions about the interplay between the everyday and the sacred in Iron Age life. Were these gatherings purely social, or did they also serve a deeper spiritual purpose? The mystery deepens when we consider the society that produced the Aylesford bucket. Who were the people who crafted and used it? The bucket's discovery in Kent places it within the territory of the Cantiasi, a tribe known for their wealth and connections to continental Europe. The presence of such a finely made object suggests a society with skilled artisans, access to valuable materials, and a culture that valued both artistry and ceremony. Yet, much about the Cantiasi remains unknown, leaving us to wonder about the specific traditions and beliefs that shaped their use of objects like the Aylesford bucket. Adding to the intrigue is the question of why the bucket was buried. Was it a deliberate act, perhaps as part of a ritual or to mark the end of its use? Or was it hidden for safekeeping, only to be forgotten over time? The circumstances of its burial, like so many Iron Age artifacts, remain a puzzle, inviting us to piece together the story of its final resting place. The Aylesford bucket is more than just a container. It's a window into the lives and values of the people who created it. Whether used in feasts, rituals, or both, it reflects a society that celebrated community, honored tradition, and expressed its identity through art and craftsmanship. As we examine its intricate designs and ponder its purpose, we are reminded of the richness and complexity of Iron Age culture, a world where even the simplest objects could carry profound meaning. Next, we'll explore the artifacts unearthed at Danebury Hill Fort, a site that offers a fascinating look into the daily lives and struggles of an Iron Age community. Now, as we move from the ceremonial elegance of the Aylesford bucket, we find ourselves stepping into the rugged world of Danebury Hill Fort, a site that offers a stark yet equally compelling glimpse into Iron Age life. Nestled in the rolling hills of Hampshire, England, Danebury Hill Fort stands as one of the most extensively studied Iron Age sites in Britain. Its artifacts, ranging from weapons and tools to personal ornaments, paint a vivid picture of a community shaped by both conflict and daily survival. The hill fort itself was a fortified settlement, surrounded by massive earthworks and ditches designed to protect its inhabitants. Within these walls, archaeologists have uncovered a treasure trove of objects that reveal the dual nature of life at Danebury. Weapons such as swords, spearheads, and slingstones suggest a society prepared for warfare, while tools like sickles, quernstones, and spindle whorls point to the everyday tasks of farming, food preparation, and textile production. One of the most striking aspects of Danebury is the evidence of organized defense. The sheer number of weapons found at the site indicates that its inhabitants were no strangers to conflict. Swords and spearheads, often found in clusters, suggest that the hill fort may have been a gathering place for warriors, a stronghold where they could train and prepare for battle. The presence of slingstones, small, rounded stones used as projectiles, hints at the tactics employed in defending the hill fort, with its high vantage point offering a strategic advantage against attackers. Yet, Danebury was not solely a military outpost. The tools and artifacts uncovered here also tell the story of a thriving community engaged in agriculture and craft. Quernstones, used for grinding grain, and sickles employed in harvesting crops highlight the importance of farming in sustaining the population. Spindle whorls, used in spinning wool, suggest that textile production was a key activity, providing clothing and trade goods for the community. These everyday objects remind us that life at Danebury was not just about survival, it was about building a sustainable way of life. Personal ornaments such as brooches and beads add another layer to our understanding of Danebury's inhabitants. These items, often made from bronze, glass, or even amber, suggest a society that valued personal adornment and perhaps even social status. The presence of such ornaments raises questions about the social structure of the community. Were these items worn by everyone, or were they reserved for the elite? Did they serve as symbols of identity, wealth, or even spiritual beliefs? The mystery of Danebury Hill Fort deepens when we consider its eventual abandonment. After centuries of occupation, the site was deserted, leaving behind a wealth of artifacts but few clues as to why its inhabitants left. Was it due to external threats such as invasion or environmental changes, or did internal factors such as social upheaval or resource depletion play a role? The unanswered questions surrounding Danebury's decline remind us of the fragility of even the most well-established communities. As we examine the artifacts of Danebury Hill Fort, we are reminded of the complexity of Iron Age life. This was a society that balanced the demands of warfare with the necessities of daily survival, a community that valued both practicality and beauty. The weapons, tools, and ornaments found here offer a window into a world where every object had a purpose, every action a meaning. Next, we'll turn our attention to the enigmatic hordes of Iron Age coins scattered across Europe, exploring their possible uses and the mysteries surrounding their burial. Now, shifting our focus from the fortified life of Danebury Hill Fort, we delve into a different kind of mystery, one that glimmers with the allure of wealth and secrecy. Across Europe, buried beneath the earth, lie countless hordes of Iron Age coins, each one a tantalizing clue to the lives and beliefs of the people who hid them. These coin hoards, often discovered by chance, have puzzled archaeologists and historians for decades. Why were they buried? Were they hidden for safekeeping, or were they offerings to the gods? The answers remain as elusive as the shadows of the past. The coins themselves are a testament to the sophistication of Iron Age societies. Made from gold, silver, or bronze, they often bear intricate designs, from stylized animals to abstract patterns, reflecting the artistic and cultural identity of their creators. Some coins depict powerful leaders or deities, suggesting they were not just tools of trade but also symbols of authority and belief. The sheer variety of designs across different regions hints at a complex network of cultural exchange and influence as ideas and artistry traveled along trade routes. One of the most intriguing aspects of these hoards is their deliberate burial. Many were found in remote locations beneath trees, near rivers, or in the foundations of buildings. This careful placement suggests that the act of burying the coins held deep significance. Were they hidden during times of conflict as people sought to protect their wealth from invaders? Or were they offerings to the gods, buried as part of rituals to ensure prosperity or protection? The lack of written records from the Iron Age leaves these questions open to interpretation, inviting us to piece together the story from the fragments left behind. The size of these hoards also raises questions about the societies that produced them. Some contain just a handful of coins, while others hold hundreds or even thousands. What does this variation tell us about the people who buried them? Were they wealthy elites, merchants, or perhaps entire communities pooling their resources? The answers may lie in the context of their discovery, whether they were found near settlements, trade routes, or sacred sites. Each hoard is a puzzle, offering glimpses into the economic, social, and spiritual lives of Iron Age people. Yet, the mystery deepens when we consider why so many of these hoards were never reclaimed. If they were hidden for safekeeping, why were they left untouched for centuries? Some theories suggest that the owners may have been killed or displaced, leaving their treasures forgotten. Others propose that the hoards were never meant to be retrieved, serving instead as permanent offerings to the gods or as markers of territorial claims. The truth may never be fully known, but the unanswered questions only add to the allure of these ancient treasures. As we examine these coin hoards, we are reminded of the complexity of Iron Age societies. These were not just people of war and survival, but also of trade, artistry, and spirituality. The coins they left behind are more than just currency. They are windows into a world where wealth, power, and belief were deeply intertwined. Next, we'll journey to the rolling hills of England to uncover the secrets of the Uffington White Horse, a mysterious hill figure that has captivated imaginations for centuries. Now, as we leave the glittering mysteries of buried coin hoards behind, our journey takes us to the rolling hills of southern England, where an entirely different kind of relic awaits. Carved into the chalky landscape, the Uffington White Horse stands as one of the most enigmatic and enduring symbols of the Iron Age. This massive hill figure, stretching over 100 meters in length, has watched over the countryside for thousands of years, its origins and purpose shrouded in mystery. The Uffington White Horse is not just a simple carving, it is a masterpiece of ancient engineering and artistry. Created by cutting deep trenches into the hillside and filling them with crushed white chalk, the figure is designed to be seen from great distances. Its sleek, abstract form, with flowing lines and a stylized body, is strikingly different from later depictions of horses, suggesting a unique artistic vision. But who created this monumental figure, and why? One of the most compelling theories links the white horse to Iron Age rituals and mythology. Horses held a sacred place in many ancient cultures, often symbolizing power, fertility, and the divine. Some scholars believe the figure may have been connected to a horse goddess such as Epona, worshipped by the Celts. Others suggest it could have been part of seasonal ceremonies, perhaps marking the passage of time or honoring the sun. The hill's proximity to ancient burial mounds and other ritual sites adds weight to the idea that this was a place of spiritual significance. The method of its creation also raises intriguing questions. The sheer scale of the project would have required a coordinated effort, suggesting a highly organized society with skilled laborers and a clear purpose. Was it a communal effort bringing people together to create a lasting symbol of their identity? Or was it the work of a powerful leader seeking to leave a permanent mark on the landscape? The answers remain elusive, but the figure's enduring presence speaks to its importance in the lives of those who made it. Adding to the mystery is the fact that the Uffington White Horse has been meticulously maintained for centuries. Even as the societies that created it faded into history, local communities continued to care for the figure, clearing the chalk and preventing it from being overgrown. This ongoing effort suggests that the horse held a deep and lasting significance, transcending generations and cultures. Yet, despite its fame, the true purpose of the Uffington White Horse remains a puzzle. Was it a territorial marker, a religious symbol, or perhaps even a representation of a mythical creature? The lack of written records from the Iron Age leaves us to speculate, drawing clues from the landscape and the artifacts found nearby. Each theory offers a glimpse into the beliefs and values of the people who created it, but the full story may never be known. As we stand before this ancient figure, we are reminded of the creativity and ingenuity of Iron Age societies. The Uffington White Horse is more than just a relic. It is a testament to the enduring power of art and symbolism, a bridge between the past and the present. Its silent presence invites us to imagine the lives of those who carved it, their hopes, their fears, and their connection to the land. And with that, we conclude our exploration of the 25 unexplained relics of the Iron Age warriors. Each artifact, from the glittering coins to the towering hill figures, offers a unique window into a world that was both familiar and profoundly different from our own. These relics remind us that history is not just a collection of facts, but a tapestry of stories waiting to be uncovered. If you've enjoyed this journey through the mysteries of the Iron Age, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more historical explorations. Let us know in the comments which relic fascinated you the most. Was it the enigmatic Uffington White Horse, or perhaps one of the other treasures we've uncovered? Until next time, keep exploring, and remember, the past is always closer than you think. As we bring our exploration of the 25 unexplained relics of the Iron Age warriors to a close, it's impossible not to marvel at the depth of mystery and ingenuity these artifacts represent. From the intricate craftsmanship of the Gundestrup Cauldron to the haunting presence of the Uffington White Horse, each relic offers a unique glimpse into a world that was both fiercely practical and deeply spiritual. These objects are more than just remnants of the past. They are windows into the lives, beliefs, and aspirations of the people who created them. The Iron Age was a time of transformation, marked by the rise of powerful warriors, complex societies, and rich cultural traditions. Yet, much of what we know about this era comes from the artifacts left behind, each one a puzzle waiting to be solved. Whether it's the ceremonial splendor of the Battersea Shield, the enigmatic carvings of the Tarot stone, or the celestial mysteries of the Nebra sky disk, these relics challenge us to rethink our understanding of history. They remind us that the past is not a static collection of facts, but a living, breathing narrative filled with unanswered questions. What makes these relics so fascinating is not just their beauty or craftsmanship, but the stories they hint at, stories of power, ritual, and identity. They invite us to imagine the hands that shaped them, the communities that cherished them, and the events that led to their burial or preservation. Each artifact is a testament to the creativity and resilience of Iron Age societies, as well as a reminder of how much we still have to learn. As we reflect on these 25 relics, it's clear that they are more than just historical curiosities. They are bridges to a world that was both familiar and profoundly different from our own, offering insights into the human experience that transcend time and place. They challenge us to keep asking questions, to keep exploring, and to keep uncovering the secrets of the past. If you've enjoyed this journey through the mysteries of the Iron Age, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which relic captured your imagination the most? Was it the haunting beauty of the Snettisham Torc, the intricate designs of the Disborough Mirror, or the celestial wonder of the Trundholm Sun Chariot? Let us know. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you're eager for more historical mysteries, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. The past is full of stories waiting to be discovered, and we're just getting started. Until next time, keep exploring, and remember, history is always closer than you think.